What is up, guys? I was getting ready for bed, but I decided to film this video because I just felt the urge to have this conversation and share it. So excuse the lighting. The lighting it is what it is. It is what it is. I look like a grease ball, but at least she's plump and hydrated. I have been feeling a huge shift, not only in my consciousness, well, I guess that is part of it, but I would say in my consciousness, especially, just I feel myself quantum leaping, and I'm no longer fearing things that I would usually fear. I've just had this, it's almost unusual feeling because I'm not used to it, of calmness in different situations where I would usually feel really anxious about or not feel so comfortable in. And really, what it comes down to is the way that I have been pouring into myself, pouring into my vision. And like my last video, I don't know if you watched my last video, I would suggest it, but really becoming super duper conscious of the thoughts that I have and no longer subscribing to those thoughts. Feel myself in that in-between stage where my reality doesn't necessarily 100% reflect what I'm attracting and manifesting. I don't really like using the word manifest too much. I feel like it's kind of lost its true meaning and true essence. It's kind of just been thrown around so easily these days. But what I am attracting and consciously vibrating towards me in the frequency of abundance, in the frequency of wealth, in the frequency of community, and I can feel myself merging and leaping into these new portals, but I'm in that in-between stage where my reality hasn't 100% caught up with it. And reality, that's the funny thing about reality, is it doesn't change overnight. It's your mind, your thoughts, what you project will eventually reflect your reality, and it just naturally, it comes with pattern, it comes with change, it comes over time. And I'm really tired, so if I keep repeating myself, sorry. But I do feel like I'm in that really weird in-between stage at the moment. The feeling that I feel is an unusual calm feeling. Like situations that would usually just induce so much anxiety for me, I just don't feel that anymore. I'm really 10 toes down in the knowing that what is meant to be is to be, what is meant to happen will happen, and just showing up every day, every rising, in alignment with my purpose, with my higher self, no matter the fear that comes up, and allowing fear to exist, still being in alignment with my purpose and not letting fear stop me or shrink me, has really allowed me to stay super calm, super aligned and focused, and just in a really positive, high vibrational state. That's not to say that I don't feel down times, that I don't feel anxiety anymore. I definitely do still feel these things, absolutely. And there are still times where I have thoughts that are like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Crisis, as we all do. But the speed of me being able to recognize those thoughts and let them say what they got to say, but observe them and not take it on as my truth, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to find, but I have been able to alchemize these thoughts. And the more that I stay consistent with this, the more that my reality is shifting day by day in little ways. And the message that I'm really trying to send to you that you already know, I say this all the time, you already know this information. But the message that I want you to remember is that whatever you desire, whatever reality that you want to live and dream to live and feel as though you can't get it, you can definitely do it. And just because your reality doesn't change overnight doesn't mean it's not working in the background. And really, what you have to do is just every waking day make conscious effort to speak out loud the person that you are becoming. Speak out loud the person that you are wanting to be, and speak kind words to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, speak kind words to yourself. Repeat out loud what you are wanting to create, what you are wanting to manifest, what you are wanting to bring into your reality, the reality that you want to create for yourself. And just make it a conscious effort every single day. Something that has really helped me stay consistent. I've heard this from a few places. I can't remember the other places I had heard this from, but one of the people that had repeated this message was actually Florence Given, one of her YouTube videos. She mentions how you keep allowing so much time to reach your goals, that you are allowing space for distractions, you are allowing space to just be really blasé about it. Like, you've got to slim it down. You've got to almost make it sound impossible. So, for example, you want to manifest $100,000 in the next 2 years, or you want to manifest $100,000 in the next year. You need to cut that down by half. You can manifest that in 6 months. You can manifest that in 4 months. Put yourself in a chokehold with your goals. Like, really get hungry about it. Really put some urgency behind it and go all in. Go all in. Stop delaying it. Stop saying, oh, in 3 years, I'm going to do this. Put some pressure on yourself. Put some pressure on yourself. One of my main goals is I have goals in all departments of my life, but for me, it is really honing in on making social media I don't want to call it a full-time job, but this is my passion. This is my purpose. I naturally do this in everyday life. I always resort back to learning about different spiritual techniques, practicing different spiritual techniques, and applying it into my life and into my creations. And I create, I crochet, I paint. I'm quite a creative person, but for me, something that is new is talking to a camera and sharing what is in this vessel. I've never really been too vocal about what goes on. My family doesn't even know that I'm like this too much. They know a little bit, but we're so different that I feel like I would just lose them if I, like lose them as in, like, we can't have a conversation about this too much. But I feel very passionate about this, and I do want to create a community on my socials that with like-minded awakened beings. I want to build my tribe. I want to find my people, and through that I want to be able to expand and share my creations, share my crochet, share my art, and bounce off ideas with one another. Like, that is my goal. And right now, currently my reality of social media, I'm not there in terms of followers. I'm not there in terms of engagement. But do I believe in that I'm going to stay there? Do I believe that it's never going to grow? And do I believe that my content that I put out is not good enough or worthy enough? I don't believe that at all. I strongly believe that I am exactly where I'm meant to be, and my messages are meant to be present on social media right now, and that my following and my engagement is not necessarily a reflection of what I am pouring out, but with time and with consistency, it will definitely reflect that. And I believe that completely. And that's something that I encourage you to do, is whether or not it's social media, whether it is growing your bank account and attracting that 100,000 or whatever, how much you want to attract, 30,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 5,000 a month, whatever you want to attract, that believing you can do so. And instead of allowing so much space for it to happen and saying that you're going to do it in a year's time, put a little bit of pressure on yourself, put a little bit of, not too much where you get overwhelmed and you burn yourself out. We don't want that. But also make that your priority. If you want to attract a certain amount of followers or a certain amount of money at a specific time, hone in on the person that you need to be to get that, and the beliefs that you need to have. Something else that I really love to do, and I feel it every single day, is prayer, and is giving thanks, and is talking out loud, talking to God, talking to Source, and talking to God like a friend, being grateful, to express your gratitude, express all the blessings in your life. There's so much to be grateful for. The fact that you can even watch this right now through whatever device you are holding or watching through your TV is such an incredible blessing. Your health, the fact that you can see, the fact that you can hear, the fact that you probably have had food today. There's so many things to be grateful for. And just allowing time for that. Life doesn't always need to be go, go, go. Wake up and make time for it. And you will feel a change in your energy. You will feel a change in your frequency when you are grateful, when you allow time to talk. I actually used to feel really weird about when I would pray about speaking out loud what I want and what I want to manifest, and like asking for things almost. I've realized that that was actually just a limiting belief that I've been programmed to not pour into myself, to not ask for things, to not be greedy. To me, that's not being greedy. To me, that is claiming what you deserve and claiming your purpose, claiming your potential. And the sky is the limit. The sky's not even the limit. You have infinite potential. And to put it out there that you are open, your heart is open to receive it, then why not? Be vocal about it. Give thanks. Talk about what is going on, and allow yourself to be open to receive whatever you want. Speak blessings, speak affirmations to your water, to your food. Just slow down a little bit. Slow down. The more conscious that you can be, the better. And you are very much capable of attracting the life that you deserve. And no one is more deserving than another. We are all here. We are all deserving. And we are all very much capable of attracting our manifestations. And yeah, I just wanted to share that and kind of where I'm at the moment and how it feels to be in that quantum leap and that in between stage, and what to expect, and to know that it's not always an overnight thing. It's not always going to be immediate success, but when you show up, when you believe in yourself, when you are consistent, and when you just slow down and catch those old limiting beliefs, old limiting thoughts, you are able to change the narrative, change your reality. Eventually, over time, you will absolutely placebo yourself into a new reality. And I'm just going to put it out there. I do see myself with over 100,000 followers on Instagram, not out of greed, not out of the number and how it looks, but because my messages and my presence is impactful and is generally attracting the right people so we can all learn to grow and to attract, not just me, we are all doing so. And I generally believe that that is something that I am attracting. And with that, I am attracting wealth. I am attracting a lifestyle where I can live fruitfully and freely from social media, from my creations, from my art, from my crochet. And with that, also, I'm attracting friendships, I'm attracting a relationship where I'm surrounded by beautiful, awakened, like minded beings, and there isn't any sort of weirdness. I feel like this is probably a topic for another time, but obviously I have my close friends, very small group of close friends that I do feel comfortable with. But I have to say, maybe this is just where I come from and our conditioning, but there's always a feeling of not being able to 100% be myself around, out of judgment and out of not being understood. And that's something I've kind of always struggled with, I would say, most of my life. I've never always felt like I've had that solid group of friends where I just feel 100% like I can be myself. I'm just saying it from me, from my perspective. It's just a feeling that I've always felt. And it's not necessarily like they've done anything or whatever the case is. I've always hidden parts of myself. I don't believe anyone should live like that. I don't believe anyone should feel isolated like that or that they have to hide parts of themselves. That being said, I don't believe that this is the end all be all in terms of friendship, in terms of even attracting a partner. I, again, living in alignment with my purpose right now and showing up every day, I really do believe that I am attracting that friendships into my life, that partner into my life, where it just feels like a family dynamic. It feels like safety. It feels like so open to be fully expressive and no judgment, no uncomfortability, just 100% ourselves. And my camera's overheating, so I'm going to wrap this up anyways, because it's past my bedtime. But I was saying, I just feel really excited about what's to come. And I feel it heavily. And I'm just going to continue staying in alignment and pushing through discomfort, pushing through resistance, pushing through this current reality and the uncomfortability that comes with it, the uncomfortability that comes with growing pains, and seeing it through. And even when it comes through, you're always growing, it's always changing. So just reaching new levels, but also staying really grateful in each stage of my life, in each waking day, and not rushing through it. Like, even in that discomfort, even in that uncertainty, that there are so many blessings to be grateful for and to enjoy the journey, enjoy this stage, enjoy this body as it is now. Because the body is going to age. The soul doesn't age, but the body does age. And yeah, anyways, I am rambling. I am like, subscribe, and my socials are linked below.